Significant Other. I was, I've been looking at this movie for quite a while, and I played the uh, the trailer for it, and this has been like a couple months ago, and I finally got around to watching it, and I remember, you know how you watch a trailer sometimes, and you're like, man, this looks pretty interesting, but I don't know if I want to watch it or not, and then a couple times I was gonna go ahead and rent it, but then Peacock had a sale on my Prime uh, Prime my Prime membership, which is your Prime thing that you watch, and so I was like, they had it for like a you can get them for a month for $2.99. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. So I was like, Significant Other is one of the things that they have on their, Paramount Plus. So anyway, I'll read the plot synopsis and we'll go from there. It says Makia Monroe and Jake Lacy star in a supernatural sci-fi thriller filled with shocking twists and turns while on a remote backpacking trip through the Pacific Northwest. A young couple sense that they may not be alone. As things take a dark turn, they find that there is no one to trust, not even each other. Okay? Uh, this movie just has some twists. Okay? And I ain't been on here in a while because I've been working a lot. But this is a science fiction suspense drama horror. And it is all that in one. Uh, they go on a camping trip, and she you know, he's wanting to propose to her, and she doesn't want to get married because her mom and dad got divorced. So she's just thinking it's going to end up in divorce. So that's how some of this movie's about. But this 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 space thing comes from outer space and drops in this, you know, in the Pacific Northwest, which is a bunch of trees. Y'all know that. Um, but it takes the form of a deer. So when they spend the night out in the woods, she sees a deer staring at her. Well, then the next day she gets up and she sees that the deer is like all rotted and stuff, and she got her boyfriend, and they looked at it and they thought that was a bit weird, and she thought that was that same deer. But anyway, what happens was this space alien thing, whatever it is, it takes the form of your body, and it copies you basically. And what happens is, I thought that she was the one, because she goes inside this cave and she finds this uh, liquid stuff on the ground. It's kind of like it's it looks like a green. It's like a it's a different type of color. And she looks at it, but when she turns around, she sees something, and the camera cuts into her being in the camp again. So whatever she's seen in there, I was thinking that this alien got a hold of her and kind of copied her. Copied her, like look like her. So I'm thinking she's the alien. So so it switched to her acting weird, and she was acting weird, and I was like, he got to be realizing that she's acting weird. So then he decides to propose to her. So she says, well, let's get that at the end of the cliff and stuff. And he's, because he found this real nice place to propose to her. So when she went to propose to him, the ocean was down the back. In the background, it was pretty. It was really pretty. I mean, it was a nice place to propose to somebody. You know what I mean? When he goes to propose, he gets on his knees, and then when she says yes, but then when he gets up, she kicks him in his private part and knocks him all the way down to his death. I was like, dang, man, you know what I'm saying to myself. So then what happens? She starts running through the forest and stuff, and then she runs into this other couple that's out there. They find her unconscious, because I think she fell and hit her head or something. But then when this other couple found her, he comes, because when he dropped to his death, man, blood was all over the place, man. He looked like his legs was all broken. fell off a cliff. Come find out that he was an alien. And so what happens was when she went in that cave, she seen that the alien had took her real boyfriend and put him up against the wall and had him encased in this stuff and end up copying him. But what happens was when he tried to kill her, he ended up, anytime you take the form of a human, these aliens, they start having the feelings that the actual person had. So it was kind of funny, man. It was kind of funny because he was trying to kill her and he was like, I love you though. He goes, it's just the way that they shot it. But the film throws you for a loop because you're thinking it was her and the whole time it was him. And so this movie takes off like this, and that's how this movie. So in other words, she's trying to get away from this dude because he ends up killing those two other campers that was trying to help her. He kills them. He has this liquefied thing that comes out of his finger, and he slices people and stuff. And you know what? Another thing about this movie is they use the special effects money. I call it the money shot. They used it pretty good in this movie because this movie couldn't have cost too much. But when they needed the special effects, they knew where to spend it. So I like this movie, you guys. I knew that this movie was pretty good. And this movie is sitting on 4 stars, and it's 82 minutes. It came out in 2022. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. That's my take on Significant Other. I think you guys ought to check it out when you get a chance. I know I'm a little awkward when I explain things, but I like to explain it my way because I don't want to try to act like I know everything. But I personally think you guys will like this movie. Some of y'all, it's science fiction, suspense, drama, horror, and all that in one. But, you know, so, you know, the rest of the movie is her trying to get away from this alien dude that looks like her husband, her boyfriend. And she gets away from him. But then at the end of the movie, you see all these space pods landing in the North Pacific because he came over the radio and said, "You're not going to get away from me like you think you are." Because she ended up stabbing him, and she went out into the ocean. She seen a shark, and then the shark, you know, sharks attract the blood, so he was trying to come back, you know, because he's the alien and stuff. Because he ended up showing her his spaceship, and it was cloaked. And then when he uncloaked it, he goes, "Sweet ride, ain't it?" This movie was really good. So anyway, God bless, take care, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.